Welcome to Living Life Unbinged. I'm your host, Christy McCammon, and I'm here to help you conquer sugar cravings, break free from food obsession, and step into the surrendered and abundant life God has planned for you. Let's dive in. I am so glad you're here today because we're going to talk about something that I think every single one of you has probably experienced, and most of you don't even realize why. We're talking about stress and sugar and why. When life gets hard, when everything hits at once, when you're overwhelmed, exhausted, the first thing we reach for is often something sweet. Can you relate to that? Because I'm sure you probably can. I remember going through one of the hardest seasons of my life. I'm not going to get into all those details today, but just know everything felt like it was piling up at once. The pressure, overwhelm, anxiety, exhaustion. And I kept finding myself standing in the kitchen, not because I was hungry, but I was just reaching. A handful of this, a bite of that, opening the pantry and just staring into it like the answer to all of my problems was going to appear on a shelf. And afterward, every single time I felt worse. I felt guilty on top of already feeling stressed. And I could not figure out why I kept doing it. I'd tell myself to stop, and then I'd do it again and again and again. And for a long time, I thought that meant something was wrong with me. But here's what I finally learned, and I want you to really hear this too. It's not a character flaw, it's chemistry. When your body is under stress, it releases a hormone called cortisol. And cortisol is designed to help you survive a threat. So it signals your brain to seek out fast energy, quick fuel so you can deal with the danger in front of you. And do you want to know what the fastest energy source your brain knows is? Sugar. So when you're stressed and you reach for something sweet, your body is literally doing exactly what it was designed to do in a moment of perceived danger. Now, maybe in your everyday life when you're reaching for sugar, it's not real danger we're trying to avoid necessarily, but often it's overflowing inboxes, hard conversations, confrontations, sleepless nights, kids who won't stop fighting, and bills that won't stop coming. And sugar cannot fix a single one of those things. It just gives your body a quick hit, crashes your blood sugar, and leaves you feeling worse than before, which creates more stress, which creates more cortisol, which creates more cravings. It's a vicious cycle, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Now, here's where I want to bring in the faith piece, because this is what changed everything for me. God already knew we were going to live in a stressful world, right? He already knew we'd face days that felt too heavy and too hard. And he didn't leave us without an answer. Philippians 4:6-7 says, and I love this verse so much, it's one of my very favorite. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. I've shared this verse before, and I'm sure I'll share it again. So did you catch that? The peace of God will guard your heart and your mind. That word guard in the original Greek language is a military term. It means to stand watch, to protect. God's peace is like a soldier standing at the door of your heart saying, nothing harmful gets in here. That peace, that deep, settled, unexplainable peace is what we are actually craving when we reach for sugar. We don't really want that candy. We want relief. We want to just feel okay. We want the anxiety to stop for just a minute. And sugar mimics that for about 30 seconds before it lets you down. Hear that again, before it lets you down. But God's peace, that's the real thing. That's the real deal. That's what we actually need. Now, I'm not saying that prayer is a magic fix that makes all cravings disappear. I want to be real with you. But I am saying that when you start turning to God first in those stressed out moments, something shifts. Your nervous system starts to calm down and you can finally get out of that fight or flight response. And from that calmer place, you are so much more able to make a choice that actually serves you. So here's your action step for the week, and I want you to actually do this. Don't just nod along and forget it by tomorrow, because these action steps actually help you do better. The next time you feel that stress-driven pull towards something sweet, I want you to pause for just 30 to 60 seconds before you do anything. Take a slow breath. Say out loud, even if it feels a little weird, God, I need your peace right now, not this food. Then get a glass of water. Take a short walk if you can. Even just around the room that you're in, you are retraining your brain. You're building that new pathway, one where stress leads you to God instead of the pantry. And it doesn't happen overnight, but every single time that you choose that pause, you are making that pathway so much stronger. Thanks for being here. Remember to pause and share this episode with a friend who needs it today, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me today. If you are ready to break free from food obsession and sugar cravings and start living your life unbinged, join me at lifeunbinged.com. If this episode spoke to your heart, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, leave a review, or share it with a friend. Until next week, go in grace and walk in freedom.